Hey everyone, Melissa here, and I'm coming to you live from my newly clean, decluttered office space here in my home office. If you got my email today or saw my post earlier today, I took inspired action yesterday and I completely changed the way my office appeared from the clutter and the junk that was the overflow from our house remodel just before quarantine to recognizing that in order for me to grow and expand in my business, I probably need to grow and expand within my office. So if you haven't seen that post, go back and check it out because I have some pictures there of what it looked like before I started and what it looked like when I got done. And I'm actually on the opposite wall of my desk because I can actually be in this space because before I couldn't because I just had a very narrow pathway going to my desk. And I'm also working with some new lighting as well. So I wanted to come from this angle to see what that looks like as well. So today I'm just hopping in because this starts the first day of the launch that I'm doing with my business on Flip Your Script. And I just want to tell you a little bit about how this all came about. For me, I've been on this journey for a long time with, being supported, having mentors, being coached, and I've owned and operated multiple businesses, including going back to school at the age of 30 to get my teaching degree. So that was like creating a new career for myself, was being able to get the education and then step fully into that, owning and operating golf courses in a couple of different multi-level marketing businesses. I coach volleyball, I coach golf, and now I teach other people how to live their life by design and use the law of attraction and how to use affirmations. And now it's about business, right? Because that's what, I've learned a lot about growing these businesses and how to, really engage and figure out ways to make things better, move ahead, visibility. And I've done a lot of speaking opportunities over the course of the last year and a half of sharing some of this information, especially around the visibility and the connections and getting in front of people to speak. And it really becomes a science in some ways, but it also becomes ease and flow once you know what to say and ask for. So, what I want to share with you today is a little bit about how I got to where I am. And I recognize recently, I hired a coach earlier this year, and then I've hired my second one. Um, when I finally got real about what it was I was trying to do with my business, after I did all the work last year, kind of laying the groundwork, being involved with different networking groups such as Beautiful Faces Going Places, which I'm going to speak on that platform tomorrow. And then I'm also was almost 2 years with the Evolve, Angel Hicks, who owns and operates the Evolve Women's Networking, and being able to run some of those local networking groups. And then also a part of the Leading Ladies of Northern Kentucky. There's a networking group there that I've been involved in for over a year. And let's see, I've been a part of the Northern Kentucky Chamber. I just became a member with them, but I've been a part of Michelle Lawrence, who does the Leading Ladies in Northern Kentucky networking opportunities once a month. And the Claremont County Chamber, been a part of that. And I've also spoken with their Women in Leadership team. And in a couple of weeks, I'll be doing another presentation for CincyChic. And I've done a lot of those in-person events, as well as I'm their weekly columnist for their Life Coach Corner. And let's see, there was also, I'm actually going to speak for the Claremont College next in a couple of weeks as well. So that's what I mean. The visibility, the staying in people's top of mind because you put yourself out there, fully engaging in your social media, making efforts to really follow up with people, check in on people, showing your true belief around what it looks like to be supported. And that, is what I recognized I did all of last year, laying all that groundwork. And then January came around, I went out to California for an event, came back really ready, locked and loaded to start this business in a different capacity level drive. And then we had Corona. And so we were locked down. But honestly, it has helped me because it allowed me to get really clear. I wasn't driving all over the place. I was able to use my energy better. I was aligning more with what I was seeking, what I wanted to do. It offered me to hire the other coaches that supported me. And so what I offer in this moment is knowing that when you start talking about what it is you want to create for yourself, it's a game changer. It really is. We know so much about what's not working and what we don't like and what we wish we didn't have. And if only we would have done this, and daggone, why didn't I do that? And way back then, time marches on. And so you can either be the player of the past and tell those stories over and over again, or you can be a player of the future here and now. And when I talk about the future, I don't even want to talk about something being out there. I want to talk about it as if it already is. And that's what really aligned me with this course program, Learning Lab, that I'm putting out as my offer this week. We start next Monday. It'll be a 10-week course about flip your script for F's sake. That to me resonated, came down as a download because I recognized not only myself, I'm better at it because I've worked on it for many, many years, but how many people get stuck in that story? They want to tell the same thing over and over again. Well, I was going to do that, but I didn't have time. Well, I was going to do that and got interrupted. Oh, if only I could create this. I know I would be great at it. And you talk to them again. Yeah, I'm just saying if I can, that's where I want to draw the line in the sand and say, stop it. Let's flip the script. So everything that you've been saying and telling yourself and telling others, you're just creating more of that. So if you're talking in the past context of things, the way they used to be and how they once were, you're going to stay stuck there. It's just the law of attraction. You just get back into that same spot. But when you can start speaking from a place of gratitude, now I have all of this that I've created and developed for myself, and I am, and then what is it you are? I'm a very successful transformational business and life coach. I 10x'd my income this month from where I was in January of this year. I have hired high-end coaches so that I can feel that energy, so that I can strive to get up the ladder, to move forward quicker because they've already done what I'm trying to do. If you're playing in the playground where everybody else is equal and the same, who's going to grow out of that? There's not going to be anyone that's going to lead you up to that next level. So be aware of where you're at in the playing field as well. So if you're trying to move forward with your business, with your life, with your health, with your relationships, whatever they are, look for that coach, that mentor, that person that's already done what you are striving to do. And that's what I lost sight of for just a moment until it came back to me several months ago when I'm like, what am I missing? And it's you're missing that coach, that support to help your vision, to help you see beyond the current circumstances and situations and start creating your life again at that level that you desire to be at. So it's kind of you outgrow certain situations and groups and people. And so it's okay. I give you permission and give yourself permission to step out of those circles and be brave. If you invest in yourself, you have nothing to lose because you're investing in you. And I'm telling you what, if you can't trust yourself to be invested in, there's some problems. So I really want you to align with that energy. If you invest in yourself, that's where the procrastination, the stuck in the stories, the not taking inspired action, just messing around and not really creating your life by design or creating that abundance and prosperity that you desire, you're just going to get nothing. And so I want to help you get over that hurdle, walk through that threshold of that door and say yes to you, because the investment is something that will never be taken away from you. When I went back to college at the age of 30, working a full-time job, raising the two boys, I recognized that what I was creating was another level up for me. I was a school secretary at the time, which I loved. I was teaching adult ed classes, which I loved, but I knew I wanted more. And so I went after that degree and I received it in 4 years, started teaching, got my master's, only taught for 7. But the thing is, that degree is mine forever. I worked for it, I earned it, and I have the validation and the certificates that go along with it that says I did the work. And it served me for those 7 years that I taught, but I was a business and technology marketing major. So of course, that also helped me with running and operating the golf courses and starting the curriculum around Find Your Own Drive to teach women how to play game of golf, and teaching them how they show up on the golf course is probably how they were showing up in their life, and how they treat that little white ball is how they're treating themselves. So all of it just kept aligning. And when we got out of the business at the end of 2017, I was ready to expand to the next level. And that's where I created the off the golf course, Find Your Own Drive. What does that look like? And that's what I discovered that I was able to do. So I share all that with you, to let you know where we're coming from, right? Where I'm coming from. I have the tools, tips, and tricks. I have been trained by some of the top-notch coaches in the world. I have connections outside of the United States. I have studied, I have learned, I have put into action, and that's where I know you investing in me, you don't have to pay the big price tickets that I had to pay in order to get that education, that certification, that training, that degree, and all of these other skills. You get to pay a very minimal price to be in this circle of only 10 amazing entrepreneur business owners, product sellers, new coaches. It's someone that's ready, like just I want to step out of this spot and get over here. I want Melissa to be the hand that reaches down and pulls me up so that I can start creating more for my life, more abundance, more prosperity, more connections, and really live my life by design. That's what I'm here for. So this is all you got to do. I'm going to put the link below on where the location is with the information. And then if you're serious about it and you want to talk to me, message me because I want to have the conversation. I want to clear up any concerns that you may have. I personally know when I invested years ago in certain things, and some things were low end ticket prices, some of them were high. It was always the way that I felt when I made the investment. If I went in with like, yes, this is it, this is the answers, this is going to solve my problems, they're going to wave a magic wand and I'm going to be successful and all my answers and problems are going to be solved, I didn't do so well. I didn't receive that. But when I go into an investment and say, okay, they got what I want, they're doing what I want to do. If I show up and I do the work, then I know I am going to be successful. And if I'm not at the end of it, then it's on me because I didn't show up and do the work. So there's even a flip your script around how you invest your money, how you make that exchange, how you are aware of the energy you're putting out to the universe. I talk about putting your order into the cosmic kitchen, and maybe you don't look at it that way, but maybe you've said, gosh, if I could just find that person who could help me, who could guide me, who could teach me, if I could only be like this person or that person. You know, we see the Tony Robbins and the Oprah Winfrey's of the world, and we shut ourselves down thinking we can't be them. But let me tell you, they were born just like you were. They came out with nothing and they put their pants on one leg at a time. Well, Oprah might jump into hers. I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. You've got to remember the conscious language. You've got to quit setting yourself up for failure and start setting yourself up for success. Start speaking your new script, your new language. And if it doesn't feel true, keep saying it anyway, because eventually it will come true. And it'll either come as you have spoken it out into the world or something better, because that's where the magic is. When you know that it's well on its way to you, oh, it may come in a day, a month, a year, or maybe 10 years from now. But the point is, it's all in perfect divine timing for you. And that's what I feel like I'm offering right now in this month of August, giving you this divine timing to show up for yourself, get into a 10-week program that's going to take you into, I think, October 23rd is when we would wrap up. You get me 2 times a week having these kind of conversations so that you can ask those questions, so that you can get clarity, so you can not be stuck, so that you can find out what is it you can do better, what can you let go of, or how can you create more. And that's what all this is about. It's really aligning you with your passion, your purpose, your drive, changing that mindset, changing that script, looking at what's possible, learning how to navigate social media, emails, websites, all of those things in your favor. Because as I said, since January, starting my journey with a different feeling, a different vibe, and a different focus. And if you follow me, you know I did all the vision board classes, and I did the visibility and deeper connection class, and I did the progress towards a purpose workshop. Like, all of that was me aligning myself with what I wanted to call in for my own business. And that's what I'm getting. I am 10xing my business this month alone, and I want that for you. So get in here, get on the link, message me. Again, only 10 people. So I want you to be one of those 10s. And there's some free bonuses that are going to be available if you register before Friday. And that to me is, there's going to be more opportunity for some free stuff. So if you get in before Friday, maybe if you get in before Wednesday, there'll be even more added bonuses. So don't delay anymore. Have the conversation with whoever you need to have the conversation with, but dive deep into your heart and soul and say, is this time for my investing? And yes, it is time. If you even have the slight feeling, the slight desire or drive to do it, then let's do it. Because this investment, I promise you, because like I said, I know what it felt like when I invested in myself and I didn't get the results. I want you to make an investment in yourself that is a hell yeah, and you believe, know, and trust that you are not going to be left behind, and that whatever it takes for you to accelerate in your business, I want to be the person to help you do that. And you will have the resources and tools so that you will align and set yourself up for success. All right, my friends, I'm going to quit blabbling on, but I just wanted to share that with you. Wanted to try the new lighting in my new office space, or not new office space, my clean office space. This is the opposite wall where I normally sit, so you don't see my picture, but I'm standing up too, which as a teacher, I love to have that feeling. But anyways, again, any questions, message me. I'll put the link in the comments. I wish you a great evening and a super week, and I'll talk to you soon.